There may be a lot of hoo-ha, hoorah happening out there at the moment. Yes, we pump up, then we dump down. What on earth is actually going on? And how should you be positioning yourself? And in what particular types of coins should you be looking at? Of course, this video is not financial advice. However, I am putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to show you just exactly that. So without further hesitation, let's delve right into today's content. First, breaking news, the USDC goes live on Ripple's XRP ledger. Now, of course, we know that USDC has listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and that XRP in itself is a massive tool. This is a fundamentally powerful transition, and it had to come at some point, right? Let me know if you like that down in the comments below. And of course, that's very bullish for XRP. And you'd say, well, why'd you sell your XRP then? Key, well, XRP had its pump. It may pump up some more. I didn't say I sold it all. I sold a chunk of it because I'd made enough money from it, right? In this space, you need to learn one rule, one very much important key rule, and that is don't be greedy. Okay, that's my rule, and I'm mirroring that out to you, and I'm saying don't be greedy. You lose money when you become greedy. Now, greedy can take shape in all forms and sizes. So take notes when you are entering the trades that I'm about to share with you. Of course, about 93% of all Bitcoin has been mined already. We are currently at this point right here. 93.75% of all Bitcoin has been mined since then. Now, imagine when we start to get down here, look at the block rewards. They start to just shrink. Okay. So by the year 2140, all Bitcoin, 100% of Bitcoin would have been mined. Now, by the time we get to 2036, which is approximately 11 years away right now, 11 years away, which means that it's double, technically just under double Bitcoin's lifespan so far, all of the Bitcoin would have been, well, pretty much, 99.9%, 99.2% is just about 100%. Okay, so take that for real, because Bitcoin is the most scarce asset on this planet. And if you don't have any then yet, you need to use my Bybit link down below. Get yourself some Bitcoin, take it off the exchange and put it into your Ledger wallet. There's also a link for Ledger down in the description of this video below. And of course, how cool is this, right? Trump, I'm not gonna fire Powell. So that's the first time Trump, since he's coming in, has actually gone against what he said. And please observe the chart. Nothing ever happens. Bros keep me rich for way too long. There you go. Because he knows that Mr. P is about to switch on the money printers because there is no choice. So it's time to become friends. And after you become friends, you make people rich. And cool. You might want to ask, well, why are we getting this dump today? Well, my friends, there's a scare of war potentially happening. So what does it mean for your coins? Iran shuts the Strait of Hormuz, oil to $150 plus a barrel, BTC minus 50%. Number two, Iran doesn't shut the strait, BTC minus 5%, and you buy the dip. There's a 10% chance of the strait getting shut. Okay, so there's a 10% chance at the top there. Still a chance, so don't put all your eggs in one basket. But Iran is about to get whacked, and oil knows best. Okay, I agree with that, and I agree with the sentiment. So let's move on, right? First of all, Bitcoin dumped its ass today. So this beautiful bullish pennant that we were forming here does not exist. However, if we look at where we were when we pumped there, right? We were a little bit overheated on the stochastic RSI on the 4-hour time frame. And you can see here that we literally broke out of this downsloping trend. Boom. And guess what? We retested it on the 4-hour. Again, my friend, look at where we're at on the stochastic RSI with the blue crossing over the red. The MACD starting to come out of selling pressure. We have a very, very good possibility that this momentum is going to flick us up very much way above this level here. So next push up, probably up to the high of 112, a little bit of a pullback just to retest this zone and reclaim it, and then smash up. That's how I see us unfolding over the next couple days, maybe 2, 3, 4 days. However, this is a very special chart that I want to share with you, right? Ethereum, my friends, Ethereum is doing the exact same thing, except Ethereum has claimed this very much strong resistance level. It literally went from the bottom, boom, right through it, and found support just on the 10 here. The moving averages are starting to open up. The stochastic is crossing over the blue of the red. The MACD is somewhat in a little bit of a down slope, but that's probably because of all of this that we've been experiencing. It is because of all of that we've been experiencing. So right now, to me, it looks like we're having a very good bounce off of this level at a very good place. And that's why, my friends, the total crypto market cap too. If we look at it on the daily time frame, cool. We may be a little bit overheated. What does that look like for us? Just means we could pump sideways a little bit here for now, hover around a little bit here for now. But when we do get to breaking out of this very much $3.47 trillion level, we're going to break through it. Again, smack the all-time high here, 374, boom, pull back, and then off to the races. So we really don't have much longer left until you can position yourself. And I mean, look at the MACD. The MACD remembers momentum. They're both momentum, but MACD is quite a strong indicator as well. So is the stochastic, telling us what we're doing with an inverse head and shoulders potentially forming here. The choice is yours to make, my friends. So make sure you are trading with me. I'm going to share my trades with you now. Make sure you are subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community, okay? Because I do bring videos to you as often as I possibly can. And this video specifically today is talking to you about entries into trades. And right now is a very good time to do that. No financial advice, of course. Let's move on. So first of all, Bitcoin dominance, right? We had a candle here that was pulling down quite nicely. It was being rejected off of this upward slope, which is actually a very bearish pattern, even though it's creating higher highs. It created a lower low here, a little bit of a higher high, and a lower low here. It is now telling us that it is retesting the 200 moving average. The stochastic RSI is very much overheated. The momentum on the MACD is a little bit up, so cool. Maybe we pull back up in here to 64.3% odd. But we're very likely about to see the next leg down for the Bitcoin dominance, which means that altcoin season would be starting, my friends. The last time we had a nice altcoin pump was here. Boom. Okay. A couple of weeks back. So, SUI is our next selection. SUI is finding very strong support here on the 200. You can see boom right here. Higher lows. Okay. Higher highs so far, and we've got this down sloping trend line of resistance. So cool, we're finding baseline support right here on this horizontal plus on the upward sloping, yes, with a little bit of an oscillator momentum kind of in divergence of one another. But if we bounce off of this level and we crack up through here, the likelihood is we hit somewhere around here, $4.3, boom, pull back and shoot up. Okay. The same thing for Doge. Doge is at a very, very juicy point right now. Look at this level, my friends. I want to give you some perspective, just by the way. From here just to here is a 37% trade. Like, that's probably first level, 30% trade. First level we're gonna hit. Next level somewhere probably up here at about 67%, and then the next level somewhere up here at about 135%, my friends. That's at 44 cents. Where do you think we're gonna go from there, considering that actually we have a very, very juicy peak up there, right? Boom. Could Dogecoin hit $1? Could Dogecoin hit $5, my friends? Considering that Dogecoin actually tells us when we're going to have the market run in. Now, bearing in mind, I just showed you Bitcoin dominance, which was a couple weeks ago. This was in November. Look at how this thing just pumped. Okay, from the bottom here at, whoa, look at that, 400% it pumped. Okay. There are opportunities on the table, and if you're missing out, well, my friends, let's go and delve right into our trading, our trades actually. So Theta, as you can see, yeah, a little bit kind of break even at the moment. I bought here, it pumped a little bit down. I knew that we were coming to the baseline. We're going to buy some more here. Look at that beautiful bottom that we're experiencing right here. Look at that level across the board that it's actually sitting on and busy bouncing off. I expect this to come up to the 79.65 level, pull back somewhat slightly, and then, or hover even, and then make a new move to the peak here, 83 cents. Once we've done that, there's so much room, okay, that we're about to experience a massive, massive breakout pattern. Okay, look at that. Just want to give you some heads up. Now, once we get back through this level, okay, pull back, pop through, pull back, hit support on the median, boom! Next level, somewhere up here, okay, 93 cents, just under $1. My friends, Theta is about to explode, okay? And when Theta explodes, it really just absolutely rips it. Another example is, have a look here. It's a 63% move. That's a good trade to have. Now, of course, you know, Bitcoin, our Bitcoin trade, okay? Bitcoin we've been sitting in. I actually haven't been buying anything here. We bought way back down here somewhere, okay? So let's just focus where we at right now on Bitcoin. Have a beautiful squiz at the 4-hourly time frame. Look at the shoulder, head, and shoulder pattern busy forming, right? The next major breakout is around the corner. Let's have a look. If we had to pull that right through, what was that going to look like for us? Boom, guess what? 122,000. Why would it not go there? Okay. Right now, we're finding very good support on this baseline. And when you do find support on the bottom, boom, you actually punch right up through. Okay. Up to the top. So I think we're about to see that. There's a good breakout of the downsloping trend. We're finding retesting support, higher lows and higher highs. Okay, very simple. Ethereum. I think I've shown you Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is absolutely beautiful in its own right. Ethereum is absolutely beautiful in its own right, and it has got so much. You saw where I bought. I've been buying my Ethereum, boom, boom, boom. I told you I would load up more, and I did. I put my money where my mouth is, so use my Bybit link down below and do the same. Now, look at where we're bouncing on Ethereum. That's very different to what Bitcoin looks like right now, huh? Because now we're bouncing on the medium of the Bollinger Band. This is looking super healthy for a next leg up here too. Well, I hope you're positioned, because that's a very good place to take another entry. Now, my next coin, I did show you Doge, and I did get into a little doji right here. Okay, so I bought on this level here, on this candle, and then it's now busy turning. Same thing, boom, stochastic and Bollinger, and MACD getting ready to pump up. Tiny bit in profit here. I will show you how big the trades are in a short moment. The last one, or the last two actually, are Say. You guys know, and I bought Say yesterday. Bought Say here. Could have taken profits here. Unfortunately, I didn't. So I've allowed this to run back. No problem. I pretty much tripled down on my bet down here. Well, why is that? The same reason I've been expressing to you about all of the others, right? But right now, I think we're about to see a massive explosion out of Say. If you have a look at where Say is, it's also creating a shoulder ahead and a shoulder pattern right now. It is also creating higher lows at this point, as well as higher highs. And with this down sloping trend kind of being a little bit of resistance at the moment, it would be ideal for us to break through, probably hit somewhere up here at the 22, where we go, the 22 to 23 cents level, pull back, and then continue for the long. So at that point, it would be probably ideal to take some profits and reload a little bit down, right? That's how you make money in trading. So here, my trade is a little bit down, but it's all good. I'm okay because I know where I've been buying. Okay. And if you know where to buy, it is a good time to buy, as you can see, bottom lines, right? So I bought this one when this candle is trying to pump here. Okay. Same thing's busy happening. Look at that. Head, shoulder, head, shoulder. Higher lows, higher highs, my friends. Plus the same thing, the breakout zone. It is happening to all of crypto. Okay. And if you're not here, subscribe to my channel, you're going to miss out on an opportunity to make good gains. Now, Say is kind of break even. Theta is a bit break even. XRP trade is my smallest. Look, I've put 107 into Say, okay, at a 15x, because I do see it going absolutely ballistic very, very soon. The same thing with Theta, now gone in the green. Okay, XRP $10, not so much. Dogecoin $18, right? It doesn't have to be crazy amounts, guys. You can do $1 if you really want. My Ethereum is $50 and up 61%. My BTC is 148%, and Sui is kind of break even, and it's a $16 trade. So my friends, whatever money suits you, use my Bybit link down below. Come and trade with me. These ones are going to break out because these are the layer ones. You need to know that money is going to now shift from Bitcoin into Ethereum, and Ethereum's layer ones are going to pump, and other layer ones are going to pump. Okay, Avalanche, Solana, etc., which they have all been pumping, and those are going to be where you need to position yourself right now. You don't have much time, okay, because it is going to pop very soon. So if you have not yet been subscribed to the Crypto Bliss channel, then please go ahead and subscribe. And thank you for being here with me once again. I will see you on the next one.